Okay, ladies and gentlemen, okay, let's look at the, okay, here, welcome back to the, our Taklimat. So from here, most of the students always forget the plus minus, the uncertainties. So remember what you need to write the uncertainties. The quantity you make sure by using any that means can be measured by using any instrument. So you need to use plus minus. Okay, the uncertainties. Okay, after that, okay, so perform the, okay, obtain good suitable distribution reading. So that means you follow everything, no problem. Okay, show good practice and verify observation. Taking reading repeatedly, you see, repeatedly, yeah, repeatedly, yeah. So that means that in your experiment, the reading, you make sure you must do average. So that means make sure twice, get the average, or make sure, okay, make sure 3 times, get the average, depends on you. Okay, but I think 2 times enough. Okay, so that means for every experiment, compulsory, what you make sure, must make sure at least 2 times and get the average, at least. Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, okay, berapa set data yang kita perlu ukur? Okay, kalau SPM, cikgu SPM kata 5 kali dah cukup kan? Tetapi untuk STPM paling kurang 6 set data, 6 kali reading. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minimum 6. Maximum sesuka hati awak. Okay, tapi jangan sampai dot 3 muka surat lah. Okay, so ada 6 hingga 7 kali dah okay. Okay, bergantung kepada eksperimen. Nanti ada eksperimen yang mungkin julatnya sangat kecil, kena ambil lebih pun mungkin. Okay, so lepas tu, okay, after that, okay, perform correct calculation. That means this one for, okay, later the calculation, present derived data to appreciate number of significant. So number of significant is very important, yeah. So in experiment, okay, in every experiment, okay, if this one of the decimal number, better average with the one number of decimal. Okay, after that period, because here is one number, right? That means you can choose number of decimal. Kebiasaannya tambah 1 number of decimal. Okay, kecuali kalau nilai dia sangat kecil, boleh lebih. Let's say after you divide, okay, after you do the derive, you get it is 0 point here is 0.01 only, right? But after that you get 0 point here, you get 0.0001. So follow the smallest number. Okay, then okay, set the correct unit, use the correct symbol and label, then you can get the 4 marks. Okay, for the processing and data analysis. So we have 2. First, and the error analysis for experiment 1, 7, and 13. 1, 7, and 13, you do it as what we learned in chapter 1. Okay, we learned it before to calculate the, okay, what is that, the density of water and density of the cylinder, right? Sebenarnya masa saya suruh awak buat itu, okay, mengapa saya suruh awak kira density of water dalam eksperimen, okay, in the first experiment. Okay, in the first experiment, you see, okay, what we need to do, okay, estimate the error to determine the density of water. Density of water dah buat kan? Okay, and then next will be density of the grass. Okay, density of grass rod. So that means that like a cylinder. So that means these two, okay, we do it as exercise before. So that means ikut apa yang awak belajar masa tu. Okay. After that, okay, so when drawing graph, okay, this one 1, 7, and 13 is for the error analysis. Okay, that means that write the final answer correctly. Write the final answer. Okay, and set the value of 10 with correct unit and so on. Now we go to the graph. Okay, analysis of graph. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when you draw a graph, make sure you follow the rules. Yeah. First, okay, what is the rules used? In a graph, apa yang saya lihat, saya tengok mesti ada title of graph. Title of graph. Okay. Next, after that, I will go through the what is the quantity. Okay, quantity, that means that will be like that. If can, you write, okay, this is the time, right? Okay, t square. So that means that is the quantity. Okay, quantity first, followed by the unit. Symbol, unit. Or you want to write, or if there is not the what's that, the quantity, you can write like that. If you wish, length. T. Okay. After that, the unit is in meter, or you can write like that, length. T, unit in meter. So no problem. At least you write up. After that, the X and Y axis follow with the correct, okay, correct scale. Okay, this is number 3. Later I will tell you how to how to determine the correct scale. Okay, after that, the graph plot with the line. Okay, and you must write out the, okay, so dot number 4. Okay, the graph dots. Number 5, graph line. Number 6, I will see is coordinate. Okay, coordinate, choose coordinate to determine gradient. After that, 7, I observe the line for the triangle. Okay, you must show the line so that I know that these are the 2 coordinates you use to determine the what's that, the gradient. Okay, after that, okay, so next, another one, size of graph. Size of graph must at least 75% to 100%. Jangan terlalu kecil. Okay, now get it? Okay, what we need to do, okay, for details. So let's go to the okay, I show you in the words form. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say now we draw a graph. If this is your the graph paper, so at least you draw it, okay, if can maximum, that is better. Okay, if we can draw it as maximum of the graph, that will be no problem. Okay, after that, this is the x and y axis, yeah. So first, lighter. I didn't share my slide, yeah. Sorry. So let's say we draw the x and y axis on a graph, on a test pad. Test pad plug. Sorry, the graph paper. Let me check. Okay. So first, title. Title always with graph of something. Okay, so graph. Okay, normally this is the quantity as the y axis. Here will be quantity at the x axis. So graph of, let's say, if this is the time, time t/second. So that means graph of time against what? Against length, for example. So length, that means that here will be my length. I use L/cm, for example. Okay. So next, what? Okay, we finish this graph must be underlined. Yeah? After that, the scale. Look at the scale. The scale, either we can use this, either this is 1 cm or maximum 2 cm. Okay. So pelajar sekalian, for the scale, no need to write out. No need to write out the scale, but you need to determine yourself which one is most suitable. Okay, which is the suitable scale. For example, okay, you can write use 1 cm represent how much, or maximum 2 cm. For example, I use 1, 2, and 5 unit. It can be 1 or 2 or 5 unit. That means that 1 cm represent 1 second. 1 cm represent 10 meter. 1 cm represent 100 second. 1 cm represent 0.1 and so on. That means that I consider all this is for the 1. If 2, that means 1 cm represent 2. Either 2, 0.2, 0.02, or 200, 2000, and so on. So that means 2. If 5, that means 5 seconds. 50, 550, 5000, 0.5, 0.05, 0.005, and so on. That means you can use either 1 cm, as a conclusion, 1 cm represent 1 unit, 1 cm represent 2 unit, and 1 cm represent 5 unit. Or you can use, if 2 cm represent 1 unit, 2 cm represent 2 unit, and 2 cm represent 5 unit. Dua ini tak ada beza apa. Dua ini hanya bantu untuk kurangkan scale yang awak tulis je. Ini sahaja yang ada beza. Why? Because if you find that if 1 cm is better, 2.5 cm, This one you cannot use 1 cm, so you convert it into 2 cm equal to 5 cm. This one you can use it. Okay, so kita pakai peraturan skala. Okay, the rules for the scale. 1 unit, 1 cm represent 1 to 5 unit, 2 cm represent 1 to 5 unit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, another rules for the graph. We draw, we just only can draw the graph like that. Don't draw the graph ataupun awak buatkan dia begini. Cannot. Okay, why? Because the graph mostly we need to draw until the y-intercept. Okay, so that means that graph yang ada ini terus salah. Okay, jangan ada putus-putus, tak ada sambungan. Okay, after we settle the scale, when you draw the graph, okay, plot. Okay, when we plot graph, our graph we need to plot in cross or in dot. Which one is better? Cross or dot? So we prefer, actually both can, both acceptable, but I recommend use cross. Why? Use cross, okay, I can notice that the exact point you plot. Okay, so better use X. So from here, when we draw the graph, let's say after that the graph we plot, okay, pelajar sekalian, kalau graf yang awak lukis memang macam ni saja kan, nampaknya tak sampai satu muka surat kan. So apa yang boleh awak buat? Mungkin awak tulis hanya your scale until here only. Okay, your scale. Actually, what you draw your graph until here only from the data of pen. Okay, so what you need to do? Okay, awak panjangkan sendiri. Panjangkan sendiri sehingga nampaknya hampir penuh. Okay, so panjangkan sendiri. Okay, so pandai-pandai panjangkan. Kalau ini dah panjangkan, okay, maknanya tepi ini jangan lupa, don't forget the scale for the X and Y axis, panjangkan. Okay, baik. Now, when we draw the graph, when draw the graph, ada dua rules yang kita kena ikut. First, apa itu? Baseline. Next, balance line. Okay, kaedah pertama. Kita tengok apa maksud baseline. Okay, we go to balance line first. Okay, balance line. What is mean by balance line? That means that if a graph I plot, I try to connect as much as possible. Mesti ada line yang tidak dapat dihubungi. Okay, beza jumlah atas. Okay, that means jumlah dot tak disambung. Okay, atas. Tolak. Jumlah dot tak sambung. Bawah. Okay, bawah line. Beza dia hanya boleh kosong atau satu je. So that means that now you see 1 dot and 1 dot 0. If 2 dot and 1 dot cannot, can 2 minus 1 still 1. If 3 and 1 difference is 2, this one wrong. Kalau macam ni, okay. 3 minus 2. Okay, so ini boleh diterima. Understand? So that means this is balanced line. Next, okay, let's say now I have simply plot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 7 and 8. So now I want to plot a graph. Let's say this is my x-axis and this is my y-axis. My data is like that. So now I want to plot a graph. This graph is from origin. Okay, first I must find out balance or not. Okay, I must try. Okay, I must try to get the balance dot. If like that, atas 3, bawah 3, nampak okay kan? Okay, kalau macam ni balance, yes balance. Tetapi, okay, best or not, macam tak best. Okay, so apa yang kita perlu buat, saya kena cari lagi. Okay, so cari. First, kalau graf tu dari origin, bagai mati-mati kita dari origin. Kalau bukan origin, kita cari yang paling best line. Best line apa maksud dia? Okay, cuba tengok kalau line tadi, if through the origin, cari satu dot yang paling banyak dihubungi. Okay, maknanya nampak sekarang kalau saya lukis macam ni 1.3, 1.3. Balance, right? Tetapi macam tak berapa elok. Why? Not the best line. Why? You see, kalau ini, okay, kalau ini, okay, katakan ya, kita dekat sikit, tak nak jauh sangat. What happened to my pen? Okay, katakan ini dekat sini. So masalahnya balance. Best line? No. Why? You see, ini sangat jauh. Okay, I use other color. Let's say I use the green color. This one, others near. So what we need to do, we try to draw the line. Okay, don't make it too far. Kecuali tak ada pilihan. Kalau graf itu mesti daripada origin, you must draw from origin. Okay, if not from origin, maybe we can search another line which is better. Okay, for example, if 2, that means 2, 4 cannot. Okay, I try to make it like that. Okay, ini kita cuba dekatkan. Okay, if I draw it like that, for example, okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This one also 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, but sekarang, okay, kalau guna biru, okay, with the blue color one. Okay, since this one is better. Okay, I plot with these 2 points. Okay, sorry. Okay, so these 2 points like that. That means that I try to reduce jarak setiap garis. Ini dari sini. Ini nampak jauh sikit kan? Tetapi ini dua dekat. Ini nampak dekat, ini jauh sikit, jauh sikit. Okay, so nampaknya kesemua ni jarak antara titik-titik yang tidak disambung lebih kurang sama. So ini the blue line consider is the best line. Best. Okay, now balance a lot. Okay, left 3. Okay, right 3. So ini balance. Yes. Best. Yes. Okay. So maknanya ini yang dipanggil baseline. Tetapi apa-apa pun masa eksperimen saya akan tengok. Kalau graf tu perlu dari origin, awak mesti lukis daripada origin. Okay. After that, next. Okay. Next, after you draw the graph, right? Don't forget. Okay. After you draw the graph, don't forget choose 2 coordinate. The clear coordinate you must set and you use dot line to draw the triangle. Ladies and gentlemen, to get accurate reading, accurate gradient, size of triangle must as big as possible. The size of triangle semakin besar semakin tepat. Ataupun kita kata jarak antara 2 koordinat semakin jauh semakin accurate. Okay, the further the distance of the coordinate, the more accurate the data will be, especially for your gradient. Okay, so inilah graf yang saya akan tengok. Ladies and gentlemen, graph, please use pencil. Okay, use pencil to draw a graph and use a proper graph paper. Okay, get it? Okay, so inilah yang berkaitan dengan graph. Okay, so now okay. Okay, later, after we have the graph, then you must do the calculation, yeah? Okay, so back to our after that, you do the calculation for your graph and so on. Okay, and what you need to do, discussion. So recognize the source of the error or limitation of the experiment. Set any precaution step must write. Precaution step must write the error, maybe. Okay, make a reasonable estimate of the reliability of the result and give useful comment on the experiment. Ini 3 marks. And last, after that, some more suggest step or modification to overcome the weakness of the experiment. Suggest step or modification to improve the accuracy of the result and draw a conclusion. Okay, consistent with the process. Okay, observation. So itu, okay, this one is 3 marks. Okay, actually, one. Here we have the discussion and conclusion, right? Conclusion 1 marks, discussion 2 marks. Okay. After that, general, mostly you follow what I ask you to do. You submit on time, everything. So I give the 1 marks. This one considered is a bonus. Okay. So after that, project must project report no need. Okay, because we discuss already. Okay, maka ini tak payah tengok. Okay, so nanti ini apa maksud dia? Group and individu. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, ini untuk project. Project dia kata dia akan kira ikut group. Tetapi masa saya key in, dia tak tanya saya satu group 3 orang tu berapa. Dan sebenarnya pelajar sekalian, project kita bergantung kepada semua pelajar. Satu kelas tu kira satu kelas punya group. So pelajar, kalau project group awak tak buat baik-baik, nanti akan adjust kawan punya maka juga. So adjust tu mana yang adjust? Presentation. Okay, presentation itu kita tengok, kalau ini awak ada tengok ya. So project saya tak payah jelas sebab saya akan bagi 20 markah if you follow. Okay, so file I will make sure you give me the 3 marks file. Okay, and then make sure your logbook well documented logbook. Okay, after that ini saya tak boleh bantu dekat mana. Okay, ini 2 markah as positive. Okay, guna ICT. Okay. So they want to show that you have the ICT skill. So biasanya presentation saya nak pelajar buat satu video. Video, okay, ringkas 1 minit hingga 2 minit, okay, to introduce, okay, the idea how you get, okay, for your project. So maknanya mengapa awak nak mulakan project ini? Mesti buat satu video nanti. Okay, semester 2. So masa buat video tu, barulah, okay, saya consider I give you full marks because you use a lot of ICT there. Oral presentation ini saya tak boleh bantu. Okay, so nak tengok, okay, you can hold the attention of the audience or not. Okay, some saya kata mesti, okay, this one depends on your skill of presentation. Ada yang nama saya ABC, plus senang kata kalau awak tengok ramai pelajar atau cikgu dah mengantuk, dah tertidur dah, okay, maknanya habislah, maka awak henti dekat situ. Okay, and then, okay, presentation, communication, okay, either when I ask you question or student ask you question, can you answer well or not? Or I ask you what is the meaning of this, you answer correctly, okay. Or you cannot answer, you need other people to answer, or you use a lot of time to, okay, to give a lot of explanation, but out of topic, so you can't get the marks. Okay, this one either you understand what you did or not. Okay, okay, so that's all for the report on paper. So now, okay, another thing I want you to remember is when you start your report, okay, so every time, okay, every time you start your report, the first page, right, you use use test pad, yeah, you write on the test pad. So apa yang saya nak pelajar saya semua bantu cikgu. Okay, your test pad, right side, okay, dia ada line macam ni kan. Okay, line pertama tulis A, line ketiga B, line keempat C, D, E. At least you have a space for me. Why? I want to write the mark. Okay, so your marks, okay, so jangan sampai E terus macam ni ya. Okay, biar dia, okay, tak payah tutup, biar dia open. Okay, why? Because later I will write my marks. Okay, 3, 4, 4. Okay, 3, 2. Okay, so that means that, so 15, sorry, this is 1 mark. So A, B, C, D, E. So I want to write the mark here. So for every experiment, please, you use red pen to write the A, B, C, D. Okay, so you write by using red pen A, B, C, D, E at the right side. Understand? Okay, so when you do your report, okay, apa yang awak perlu buat sekarang? Ini mula dengan, okay, title, the theme, okay, and so on until you can write until the procedure. So for every experiment, now until before we go back to school, the day before we go back to school, or first day in school, you must complete your experiment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until the, okay, the procedure. Then table, when we go to the experiment, after we do the experiment, when you do the analysis, you just continue for every report. Get it? So sekarang awak ada banyak masa lagi, awak sediakan ini. So nanti sebaik sahaja balik ke sekolah. Sebab kalau teori, kalau belajar teori, pengajaran PMP, I still can use the online. Kalau ada katakan berlaku apa-apa. So what we need to do, masa kita ada peluang balik ke sekolah, kita akan buat, saya akan buat apa yang kita tak boleh buat online. Experiment we cannot do online, we must do it in lab. So that means that saya akan fokuskan eksperimen. Okay, nanti saya akan buatkan jadual siapa buat eksperimen mana dulu. Setiap hari, so kita ada lebih kurang, okay, 13 grup. So 13 grup ni saya akan sediakan a platters, okay, 5 unit setiap satu. Dan saya akan setiap hari, setiap kali kita mula semua eksperimen on. Ada grup yang buat eksperimen 1, ada grup yang buat eksperimen 2. Nanti hari esok tukar. Okay, kita rotate macam tu. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Zoom will end, okay, in less than 1 minute. Consider the, okay, the briefing for the practical, okay, consider complete. And I think that I'm on the lesson here. And then we continue again tomorrow. Okay, so before that, any question, class? If no question, we stop here. Okay, then the report, you can do it anytime. Okay, just prepare the beginning of the report anytime. Thank you.